story in Season 3 that you're looking most forward to?
Well, I mean, I'd be crazy if I didn't talk about John. You know, the first legend in the park. Certainly, I've watched his journey. This is just another step to it, right? Someone that was maybe skeptical about the NBA 2K League in Season 1. Now it's become really...
It's a historic moment in the United Center in Chicago, as for the first time in NBA history, All-Star Weekend has been opened up to college players. 6 of the best sharpshooters in the nation have been invited to try to win the NBA's three-point contest, and what a group we have tonight. Getting ready for their shot on the big stage is Markus Howard from Marquette, CJ Fredrick of Iowa, Myles Powell of Seton Hall, Loren Christian Jackson of Akron, AJ Green of Northern Iowa, and Saddiq Bey of Villanova. I'm Zach Cohen. I was supposed to be joined by Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck, but it's a risky time to be traveling, so it'll just be me today as Markus Howard kicks off what should be a historic night, already connecting on 3 of the shots and can't sink the money ball. A reminder that each three-pointer is worth 1 point, and the money ball is worth 2. Each player will be able to designate a rack where every single ball will be a money ball. And in this case, Howard chose the 3rd rack, the one in the middle, for the money ball. Already sinking 3. Can't connect on the final one. We've seen Howard with his shooting proficiency throughout the entire season. He was 21st all-time with 2,761 points, thanks to this season when he led the nation in scoring as the clock already winding down in his first round. 18 points, not bad, but these players are going to have to find a rhythm quick, and it's going to have to stick because the clock can't be winding down when you still have 5 balls left. Every second counts. And that's something that CJ Fredrick, the redshirt freshman from Iowa, knows. The youngest player to ever compete in the NBA's three-point contest. He led the Big Ten in scoring among freshmen. And he led the Big Ten overall in three-point percentage. We haven't really seen much of that three-point shooting here. Only 4 balls, the money ball, huge, obviously, as he goes to his money rack. Gets the first one, that's big. Second one looked like it was coming out. Third, oh, he is heating up at the right moment, and I jinxed it. A reminder, there's no such thing as the broadcaster jinx, but a fine finish for the young man. He looks for one more to sneak in, and he does. That rack 4 was huge for him, only 1 point behind Howard. Up next, one of the best players in college basketball, Myles Powell from Seton Hall. He's kind of taken a dip in his scoring. You know, last season he was 36% from the field. Now he's only 30%. But already touted as one of the best players in college basketball, probably the reason why he won the Jerry West Award for the nation's best shooting guard, and shooting well is Powell, knocking down 4 from rack 2. However, he left his money rack at the end. Now, if you think as a player that you're able to quickly get through all those racks, and it's not bad, because with more reps, it gives you a bigger chance to get into a rhythm. Once you get in that rhythm, you are high. So this could be a strategy that pays off for players. I'm not a fan, but that's just me being slow. We'll see how it pays off for Powell, and it doesn't really. He didn't have enough time, still had 3 balls left. So a curious decision. We'll see if any of the other players follow suit. And then comes Loren Christian Jackson, the junior guard from Akron. And there's got to be something in the water, as those players from Akron, Ohio seem to be pretty special. Jackson was a MAC Player of the Year and was one of the only 2 representatives from that conference to be a mid-major All-American. Eugene German from Northern Illinois being the first. And it's not hard to see why, already connecting on half of his shots from the first 2 racks. I've got a feeling this kid's will start heating up here. And never mind, he can't connect on that one. 9 points with Howard in the lead at 18, Fredrick in 17. This money rack has to be huge for Jackson, and it is 2. Can he get a 1 more in? Yes, he can, and it's safe to say he could be advancing on to the next round. A reminder of how the rounds work. The top 3 performances, not the top 3 players, will advance to the final round, and the best performance of that round will win the championship. When I say performances, I mean the highest scores. So if all 5 players happen to be in the lead with 18 points, won't happen. Then they're all advancing to the next round, and they'll continue to do that until we have one player who has the most points. And right away we have AJ Green from Northern Iowa coming out of the gate with this money rack. Doesn't seem to pay off. 3's not bad. He's got 9. Powell and Fredrick and Jackson all have 17. Something telling me that Green might end with 17. We'll see. Howard has 18, still in the lead. Green 3 for 5 in the first 3 racks. And like AJ Green's NFL counterpart, who happens to be a wide receiver for the Bengals, this kid loves the deep ball. He shot 39.1% from the 3-point line, best in the country for sophomores. As Green, just 1 more ball left, and 19, a new leader in the clubhouse for the guard from UNI. But not if Saddiq Bey has anything to say about it. Bey looking to be the first 3-point contest winner in Villanova school history. That's right. Out of all the winners to ever take home this contest, none of them have been from Villanova, and what a great way to start out for Bey. The first player to hit every shot in a rack. A beautiful way to start the round. Rack 2 could have been a little better, but rack 1 could carry him for at least a couple racks, but he'll have to start hitting some shots here. A nice position for the money rack. Wasn't so hot on rack 2 and 3, but he seems to be heating up here. A wise decision to move the money balls all into rack 4. He already has 17 points. He needs 1 more bucket to advance. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Saddiq Bey will see you in the next round as he takes the lead from AJ Green with 21 points. It'll be him, Howard, and Green advancing to the second round, sending Fredrick, Powell, and Jackson to a long wait on the bench. One of my favorite things about Markus Howard is he just gets the job done. I already mentioned how good he is of a scorer. He led the nation in scoring, but that scoring has helped him to be one of the best scorers in college basketball history. He's tied 7th all time with 434 career 3-pointers. This guy knows how to get it done from deep. And although we haven't really seen much of that early on, I have confidence that he can bounce back from this slow start. Although 4 for 5 from rack 2, not bad. However, he really caught fire in the final 2 racks in this round, and that's where his money rack is coming up. In the first round, in this rack, he was 4 for 5, including a money ball. This will be where Howard has to stake his claim if he wants to win the trophy. As a reminder, whichever player ends this round with the highest points will win the contest as time continues to tick away, and there it is, 18 points to potentially cap off Howard's night. Solid shooting, but imagine if he had the money rack in one of the first 4 racks. It could be a crucial mistake. Could come back to haunt him as Green is up. He also has the money rack late, but he has it in the 4th rack, and that is where he caught fire last round. And talk about consistency. He was 3 for 5 in every single rack last round. Forget catching on fire. This guy doesn't need to when he's always able to turn the flame on and off. There was a 9-game stretch last season where he had 5 or more 3-pointers in every single game. This guy's as reliable as it gets downtown, and he hasn't necessarily been on Howard's level as of yet, but 11 points through the fourth rack isn't bad at all, but he needs to hit this one to continue to be in the clubhouse at least. Green needs 2 points for the tie. He needs to hit this for the win, and he can't connect. Green will not be taking home the trophy. All he needed was that one to fall, and he would have been one more turn away from taking home the 3-point contest. The first time it could have ever been won by a college player. Well, it will be won by a college player tonight, and Bay hopes that college is Villanova. Like I said, no player from Villanova has ever won the NBA's 3-point contest. So on top of a college player winning it for the first time, we could see a Wildcat taking it home to the state of Pennsylvania. This Bay having trouble early on. He had a lot of success in rack 1 in the first round. He was nearly perfect, but he continues to struggle in the middle. He's only made 3 balls from rack 3 this entire contest, and 10 points will have to be nearly perfect. Luckily, he has enough time to sink the money rack, and he is heating up. 2 points away for the win, and he can't connect, which means we're getting some extra basketball here in the United Center, sending Bay and Howard to an overtime. Here's what will happen for those who are new to this. This overtime will be cut in half, 30 seconds to knock down as many threes as you can, no money rack involved. Howard also looking to be the first winner from Marquette. Now, the last Marquette player to ever have a shot at winning the 3-point contest was Wesley Matthews back in 2017. Didn't do so hot, and neither is Howard here. 3 points isn't the best, especially with the time winding down. I don't even think he'll have enough time to get to the third rack. Dang, that money ball would have been huge. Just one shot. All you need from Saddiq Bey, if he wants to take this home, is quickness. Obviously, he'll have to knock down those shots as well, but this is for all the marbles. Already off to a slow start, wasting 3 seconds just to snag the ball from the rack. That's huge. Bay has an uphill battle already, but knocking down that money ball is big in itself. 4 points already ahead of where Howard was last round. 5, 6, one more for the tie, for the win. He got it! Saddiq Bey, not only the first college player to ever win the NBA's 3-point contest, but the first Villanova player to do so, and why not finish what you started? Saddiq Bey, your 2020 3-point contest champion.
Ahead of the Final Four tomorrow night, we have the Slam Dunk Contest from the United Center live on LiveSimSports. I'm Jake Lyman, and while we have tomorrow night's matchups between Auburn and Utah State, and Villanova and Kansas for a chance to go to the national title game. Tonight we have some fun in Chicago with 4 of the best dunkers in the country. You see them from left to right there. Cassius Stanley from Duke. Obi Toppin, the National Player of the Year from Dayton. Then you have Nahziah Carter, the high flyer from Washington, and Roti Ware from Stephen F. Austin. First up will be the National Player of the Year from Dayton, Obi Toppin, coming off the heartbreaking loss against Villanova in the Elite Eight. Villanova hit a 3 as the buzzer expired, giving them the win and the trip to the Final Four in Atlanta tomorrow night. Toppin wants to prove he's the best dunker. Here's his first one. Wow! Through the legs, 360, and Toppin starts us off on a high note. What a first dunk from Obi Toppin. Crowd is going wild here at the United Center, and we'll see what the judges have to say. I think that is going to be a good score to start off this tournament. And it is a 45 for Obi Toppin, gets things started. Next up is Nahziah Carter. We've seen his high-flying antics in games. We'll see what he has here. Throws it up, the windmill slam. Another solid one here in round 1. Nahziah Carter lobs it up, it bounces, goes with the windmill dunk. Judges gave Toppin a 45. We'll see where they think Carter stands. A lot of air on that one. Judges say 45. So 2 45s from Toppin and Carter to start off the dunk contest here on LiveSimSports. Next up will be Roti Ware from Stephen F. Austin. Their season highlighted by their win over Duke early in the season. See if he can get his contest off to a good start. The windmill slam with the right hand. Roti Ware hyping up the crowd. Palms the ball, goes up and goes all the way around for the windmill jam. Maybe not as impressive as Toppin and Carter's, but should still get a decent score. Here it comes, a 37 for Ware. Not great, but a solid score to start. Next up, Cassius Stanley. The Duke Blue Devil has the ball on the ground. A cartwheel, a slam. Are you kidding me, Cassius Stanley? And we've got an early front runner with a ridiculous cartwheel dunk. I don't know if I have ever seen anything like that. Cassius Stanley has the crowd on their feet, and the judges say 47. Stanley's got the leading dunk after round 1. Toppin and Carter in second. Again, a 3-round contest here, so still a lot of time for the other 3 dunkers to make up the ground that they have lost on Stanley. But a great start from the Blue Devil, Cassius Stanley, putting up a 47. Toppin will be next. 45 in round 1. Lobs this one up. Bounces, taps the glass, and puts it in. Not the flashiest dunk, but Toppin able to knock it in. Threw it off the glass while in the air. An impressive dunk, but what will the judges score it? I'm not sure that was as impressive as his first dunk, the through the legs 360. Here comes the judges' score, and they say it is a 45, so equal. He's up to 90 on the day. Toppin looking good through 2 rounds. Carter had a 45 on his first dunk. Here's his second. Wow! Through the legs, behind the back, and Nahziah Carter feels good. The Washington Husky getting up and throwing it down with the right hand. Cassius Stanley still in the lead, but Carter still has to feel good about that. What do the judges say? And wow, just a 40 for Nahziah Carter. Obviously not liking that one as much as I did. So an 85 total score for Carter through 2 rounds. Ware with some ground to make up here. 37 on the first one. There's his second windmill slam. Again, not too flashy for Roti Ware. We'll see what the judges say. He's going to need a monster dunk in round 3, you would assume, to get him back into this competition. An impressive dunk there, just not sure it lives up to the rest of the dunks we've seen so far. Here comes the score, a 45. A very respectable 45 that keeps Roti Ware in the competition heading into round 3. Cassius Stanley has a chance to put this one away. He's going to jump over a Washington Husky, slams it down. Cassius Stanley. He seems to be putting this one away early. One of the most impressive dunks I've ever seen in round 1. And right there, jumping over one of Naz Carter's teammates and slamming it home through the legs. The judges could pretty much put this one away for Cassius Stanley right here. Let's see what they have to say. A 43, so not nearly as high as his first dunk, and that will tie him with Obi Toppin after round 2. Naz Carter still within striking distance with 85, and Roti Ware a lot of work to do. Probably needs somewhere above 48 or 49 to even have a shot at this one. Toppin will lead off round 3. The National Player of the Year, looking to add a little bit more hardware before he moves on to the NBA this summer. Lobs it up. And tomahawk jam. Obi Toppin with an authoritative slam. We'll see what the judges say, but that one definitely gives him a shot to winning. Toppin, the high-flying flyer. Got that one with the left hand. Tapped the backboard in the air as well. The judges score it a 43, leaving the door open for Naz Carter as well as Cassius Stanley. Here's Carter's third and final dunk of the night. Runs it in. Windmill dunk, switched hands in the air. Naz Carter got all the way up, did a windmill with the left hand, and swapped to the right hand to finish it off. A creative dunk from Naz Carter. We'll see what the judges have to say. He needs a 48 to at least tie Toppin, and he won't get it. A 40 for Naz Carter. He will not win this dunk contest. And it is officially down to Cassius Stanley and Obi Toppin. Roti Ware was down 9 at the beginning of this one, and there is no such thing as a 51. So he will not win this dunk contest, but still one more to go, and an impressive one. The reverse dunk off the bounce. Roti Ware had a respectable competition. He will not win, but that is a great dunk to finish it off. Putting on for Stephen F. Austin. But we all have one dunk left to see. Cassius Stanley tied with Obi Toppin entering the round. There's Roti Ware's score of 43. He finishes with a 124. Cassius Stanley needs a 44 or higher to win the contest. So far, a cartwheel dunk and a jump over a Washington Husky. We'll see what he has for his third and final dunk, the last dunk of the night here from Chicago. Standing on the left wing. Runs in. Windmill slam between the legs. And that should give him a shot. The judges have it in their hands now, but Cassius Stanley has given them something to think about. What a slam from Cassius Stanley. And if this dunk contest is any indication of what we're going to see in the next couple of nights as we finish off the College Hoops tournament, we're going to have a good one. And just a 37 for Cassius Stanley. Obi Toppin is your dunk contest winner. The Dayton Flyers add another piece of hardware with Obi Toppin winning the LiveSimSports dunk contest. Cassius Stanley put up a good fight, but came up just short in the end. A great performance by all of our performers here today. Obi Toppin, Cassius Stanley, Naz Carter, and Roti Ware. We thank you for watching Live Sim Sports. I'm Jake Lyman, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Final Four.